Everyone thinks the best-selling Android tablet is automatically the best one. But is that really true? If you look a little closer, the story is actually quite different. Product number 1. Fional 11-inch LTE tablet. The Fional 11-inch Android 16 tablet caught my attention because it gives you something a lot of budget tablets skip: actual cellular support. At $139.99, it sits in that affordable but not too cheap zone. And with a 4.2-star rating from 1,000 reviews plus 500+ bought in the past month, people are clearly looking at it as a daily use tablet. If you want a bigger Android tablet that can work away from Wi-Fi, this is worth a serious look. Here's why this matters for you specifically. A lot of people buy tablets for movies, video calls, reading, casual work, and travel, then get annoyed when they need Wi-Fi everywhere. This one supports dual 4G LTE SIM slots, 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.0, and VoLTE, so you can use data and make calls at the same time if your carrier setup works. That is a big deal if you want something for road trips, online classes, or keeping kids entertained outside the house. The MTK8786 octa-core processor and Android 16 with GMS certification should make normal apps feel smoother than the bargain bin tablets running old software. You also get 20 GB RAM, though to be clear, that is 8 GB physical plus 12 GB virtual. Virtual RAM helps with app switching, but it is not the same as real RAM. Storage is strong here, 128 GB built in, with support for up to 1 TB using a TF card. The 11-inch 1280 by 800 cell display is not super sharp like premium tablets, but is fine for YouTube, reading, web browsing, and Netflix-style viewing. The 7,000 mAh battery and up to 480 hours standby also help if you hate constantly charging devices. Now, some people may be disappointed by the screen resolution. Here's the thing though, 1280 by 800 on 11-inch screen is usable, but not crisp if you're picky about text sharpness or high-end streaming. Also, the 5E/2A charging is convenient through USB-C, but not what I would call truly fast by modern standards. I'll be real with you, this is not a premium Samsung replacement. It is a connectivity-first budget tablet. This is perfect for you if you want an affordable Android tablet with cellular access, lots of storage, and a large screen for travel or light work. Skip this one if display sharpness matters most. For $139.99, the value is in staying connected without paying flagship prices. Now, if Fional's bigger size and cellular focus feel like more than you need, this next one takes a completely different approach. A lower-cost tablet built around kids, learning, and parental control. Product number 2, Colorroom Kids Android Tablet. The Colorroom 2026 upgraded Android 15 tablet is clearly aimed at families, especially if you want something affordable that does not feel like handing your main tablet to a child and hoping for the best. At $89.99, it is one of the more budget-friendly picks here, and the numbers are strong. 4.2 stars from 2,500 reviews, with 1,000+ bought in the past month. If you want a kid-friendly tablet for learning, videos, and screen time control, this is worth a serious look. Here's why this matters for you specifically. Buying a tablet for a child is not just about specs. You want safety, battery life, learning apps, and something that will not make you nervous every time they open YouTube. This Colorroom tablet comes with Google Kids Space, educator-endorsed apps, and parental controls, so you can filter content, set educational goals, and limit screen time. That is the real selling point here. The 10.1-inch 1280 by 800 display uses an eye-friendly anti-blue light design with automatic brightness adjustment. For a child reading stories, watching cartoons, or doing learning games, that matters because long screen sessions can get tiring fast. The octa-core CPU and Android 15 system are enough for videos, ebooks, video chat, and basic games. You get 10 GB RAM, but again, that is 4 GB real RAM plus 6 GB virtual. Storage is 64 GB, expandable up to 1 TB with a micro SD card, so you can download offline videos, books, songs, and school apps without instantly running out of space. The 6,000 milliamp hours battery is rated for 8 to 12 hours, which is exactly the kind of number parents care about during road trips. Now, some people complained in this category about budget kids' tablets feeling slower after adding lots of apps. Here's the thing though, if you treat this like a learning and media tablet, it makes sense. If you expect heavy gaming, fast multitasking, and premium screen quality, this part may frustrate you. Also, the product says teen in the technical age range, while the kid space features mention children aged 3 and above, so you still need to set it up carefully for your child's age. This is perfect for you if you need an affordable tablet for your child, with controls that help you feel less anxious about what they are watching. Skip this one if you want a high-performance gaming tablet. For under $90, the value is really about safer screen time. Alright, that was the family-focused option. But if Color Room still feels a little more expensive than you wanted, the next tablet goes even cheaper while still keeping Android 16 and HD streaming support. Product number 3. Svitu Budget Android 16 Tablet. The Svitu 10-inch Android tablet is the cheapest tablet on this list at $64.59. And honestly, that price is what makes it interesting. It has a 4.0 star rating from 750 reviews, with 500 plus bought in the past month. So this is not trying to be fancy. It is trying to be the tablet you grab for basic streaming, reading, browsing, and video calls. If you want the lowest cost Android tablet that still covers the basics, this is worth a serious look. Here's why this matters for you specifically. A lot of people do not need a tablet for editing videos or running big games. You may just want a bigger screen than your phone for YouTube, recipes, ebooks, emails, or keeping on the couch. The Svitu runs Android 16 Go Edition, which is a lightweight version of Android designed for lower power devices. That means it can feel cleaner for basic use, but you should not expect flagship speed. The 10.1-inch 1280 by 800 IPS display gives you a normal HD viewing experience, and the Widevine L1 certification is genuinely useful because it allows HD streaming on supported platforms. I didn't expect that at this price. You also get dual-band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.3, a USB-C charging cable, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and Face Unlock, which makes daily use feel less outdated. The storage situation is mixed. It advertises 20 gigabytes RAM, but that is 3 gigabytes physical plus 17 gigabytes virtual, and internal storage is only 32 gigabytes. The good news is that it supports up to 1 terabyte with a micro SD card. So if you plan to save movies or photos, you will probably want to add one quickly. Battery life is rated up to 8 hours for video playback or web browsing, with a 6,000 milliamp hours battery. Now, the flaws are important here. Svitu clearly says this tablet does not support split screen and does not have built-in GPS. So if you want in-car navigation, accurate location tracking, or serious productivity, this is not your tablet. Also, 32 gigabytes storage fills up fast, and Android Go can limit the feeling of power. Here's the thing though, at $64.59, those compromises make sense if your expectations are realistic. This is perfect for you if you want a cheap tablet for streaming, reading, web browsing, video calls, or gifting to someone who needs simple tech. Skip this one if you need GPS, multitasking, or fast app switching. For the money, it is surprisingly usable. Now, if Svitu's budget limits bothered you, especially the storage and performance ceiling, this next one is the name brand option with a much stronger screen, sound, and long-term software story. Product number 4. Samsung Galaxy Tab A11 Plus. The Samsung Galaxy Tab A11 Plus 2026 is the most expensive tablet here at $229.99, but it also feels like the safest pick if you care about brand trust. It has a 4.3 star rating from 420 reviews, with 1,000 plus bought in the past month, and the specs are noticeably cleaner than most budget tablets. If you want a smoother Android tablet from a familiar brand, this is worth a serious look. Here's why this matters for you specifically. Cheap tablets can be tempting, but the pain usually shows up later. Lag, weak speakers, old software, and dim screens. Samsung addresses a lot of that with an 11-inch 1920 by 1200 Wuxka display, and a 90 Hz refresh rate. In plain English, the screen is sharper than the 1280 by 800 tablets on this list, and the 90 Hz refresh rate makes scrolling feel smoother. Performance is also stronger. It uses the MediaTek Dimensity 7300 built on a 4nm process, with 6GB RAM and 128GB storage. That 4nm chip design usually means better efficiency, so the tablet can balance speed and battery drain better than older budget processors. You also get Android 16 with One UI 8 and support for up to 7 major upgrades, which is a huge deal if you do not want your tablet feeling abandoned after a year. The 4 Dolby Atmos stereo speakers are another real benefit. If you watch movies, take classes, or use your tablet in bed without headphones, sound matters more than people think. The 7040 mAh battery is solid, and the camera setup includes an 8MP rear camera with autofocus, a 5MP front camera, and 1080p video. Now, this part frustrated me. It is an international Latin American model with no warranty listed. That matters. If something goes wrong, support may be more complicated than buying a standard local Samsung model. It is also Wi-Fi only, with no SIM card slot, and the included 20W charger is generic, not Samsung branded. Here's the thing though, if you mainly use your tablet at home, school, or the office on Wi-Fi, the better screen, speakers, software support, and processor still make this feel worth paying more for. This is perfect for you if you want the most polished tablet here for streaming, reading, school, and everyday productivity. Skip this one if you need cellular data or a full local warranty. It costs more, but the experience feels more stable. Now, if Samsung's price and warranty situation make you hesitate, the next tablet tries to give you modern specs, huge memory claims, and Wi-Fi 6 at a much lower price. Product number 5. URAO Android 16 Wi-Fi 6 tablet. The URAO 10.1-inch Android 16 tablet is one of the most interesting value picks here because it costs just $89.98. Yet it has the highest rating on this list at 4.4 stars from 379 reviews. Even more impressive, 3000 plus were bought in the past month, so buyers are clearly noticing it. If you want a low-cost Android tablet with newer wireless features and strong storage, this is worth a serious look. Here's why this matters for you specifically. Most people shopping under $100 are worried about buying something slow, cramped, or outdated. URAO tries to solve that with Android 16, a 1.8 GHz octa-core processor, and 36 GB RAM listed as 6 GB real, plus 30 GB virtual. Again, virtual RAM is not magic, but having 6 GB physical RAM at this price is genuinely helpful for opening apps, browsing, watching videos, and light gaming. Storage is a major strength too. You get 128 GB built in, plus support for up to 1 TB with a TF card. That means you can store apps, photos, downloaded shows, learning materials, and documents without instantly needing extra storage. The 10.1-inch 1280 by 800 IPS display is not premium level sharp, but it has low blue light technology, which helps if you read at night or use the tablet for online classes. The connection features are where URAO surprised me. Wi-Fi 6 can give you better stability and speed if your router supports it, and Bluetooth 5.4 is newer than what you usually see in this price range. The tablet also has 5MP front and 8MP rear cameras, which are fine for video calls and scanning documents, not amazing for serious photography. Battery life is rated up to 8 hours of mixed use, with 18W fast charging that can fully charge it in about 1.5 hours. Now, there are 2 real drawbacks. First, there is no GPS, so do not buy this for navigation. Second, it cannot directly share accounts with iOS systems, which may annoy you if your family is deep into Apple services. Here's the thing though, for Android users who mainly want streaming, reading, school, browsing, and app use, those issues are not deal breakers. The screen resolution is also only 1280 by 800, so text will not look as crisp as the Samsung. This is perfect for you if you want the best low-cost balance of storage, modern Wi-Fi, battery, and everyday Android use. Skip this one if you need GPS or sharper premium display. For under $90, this genuinely surprised me. So here's the quick verdict. Phenol is best if you need cellular support. Color Room makes the most sense for kids and parental controls. Svitu is the cheapest basic use pick. Samsung is the most polished option with the best screen and software support. URAO is the strongest value choice under $100, especially if storage and Wi-Fi 6 matter to you.